5. It's been a few days, a bit late to the party, but I have a lot to say, and oh my god, I loved it. I loved it. I think I'm going to talk about Spider-Man first, because, being honest, I think I probably have more to say on that than I do the system itself, like the actual design of the system. Oh my god. I actually screamed when that first. I couldn't have been any happier with the reveal of that game, and I can't wait to play it. I don't know. Now I'm going to talk about me in what the situation in terms of me actually getting a PS4 or PS5 down the line. I'll talk about it later on. I will say it's not looking likely that I'll get one yet, but oh my god, if I get a PS5, it's gonna be the first game I get is Miles Morales. I think the game visually looks stunning. The Miles Morales game, I think it is probably the nicest looking game I saw for the PS5 reveal. In my opinion, I genuinely loved it. It looks amazing. Story-wise, I'm very looking forward. I hope the story is going to be as deep as this game. If it's the same person writing the story, then I'm going to be very happy. Because the thing with this game is, I genuinely felt invested in the story, and I honestly, I just couldn't wait to see, I just can't wait to see what they do with it. I reckon it's not a sequel. Alright, it's been confirmed it's not a sequel, but I am strongly adamant that this game will very much be like a 1.5 kind of game, where it's not actually telling the next part of the story. I don't think this is Miles Morales' game, so the Green Goblin stuff, the Venom stuff, I think they are saving that for a future game. And personally, I think initially I was a little bit gutted it wasn't gonna be another Peter Parker game, but then I realized once we do get a new Peter Parker game, kind of finishing off that story, we're gonna get Miles Morales and Peter Parker being Spider-Man together, which for me is like the coolest thing I could, like, it's so cool. I also think, not to get political or anything, but I think PlayStation did such an honourable thing, postponing the event due to the BLM protests, and also I think I've heard many members of the black community talk about I genuinely feel so happy for the black community with this game. I really am. I think it's so appropriate to have that right now. I think Miles Morales, he stands out to everyone. You know, white people, black people. I don't want to get political right now, but I just genuinely think that. Back to the game itself. I think watching the trailer, I noticed a lot of inspiration from Into the Spider-Verse, which I love that film. I absolutely adore Into the Spider-Verse. I think it's a very good film. Yeah. Oh, I made a really good point. Right, I'll talk about Spider-Verse, and I'm gonna, yeah. So, yeah. I think a lot of it, the Into the Spider-Verse gameplay, resembled the animation style of Into the Spider-Verse. The movement of Miles Morales, the kind of like the inexperienced spinning, because Miles was only established as, you know, given Spider-Man powers in this game, so he's only been Spider-Man now for not that long really, and I think now is probably the best time to take inspiration of that, because Into the Spider-Verse is very much the same story where Miles was becoming Spider-Man, Miles got his powers, and I think now it's a case of like it's just a case of it's the high school stuff is going to be based on Miles. It's not going to be based on Peter Parker. Peter Parker is going to be have the more adolescent story, or the the story of adulthood, Spider-Man in adulthood really, which is, for me, I don't think it's done enough. It's not been done enough. I think they did it really well with the Sam Raimi trilogy, the original Spider-Man trilogy. I think they did a really good Peter Parker in adulthood thing. I think it was very, very well executed, and I think they're finally going back to it with this universe, and I think it's appropriate that Miles does get the high school drama stuff. Personally, I hope this is the last origin story we get from Miles for a while at least, because we did get one just 2 years ago with Spider-Verse, and we got it as Miles in this game as well. Like, it's been a very good very good 2 years for Miles Morales, I can tell you that. But like, yeah, this game, I'm hoping the reason why it's just solely based on Miles Morales and they're not finishing off the other things, the Venom and Green Goblin story arc, is because I think what they're going to be doing is they're doing this game first to kind of establish Miles as Spider-Man, and then the next game is when they're going to do Miles and Peter versus Harry and Norman, and I think that might be that might become my favourite game of all time. I mean, this game already is one of my favourite games of all time. Miles Morales is probably going to become one of my favourite games of all time. But a Spider-Man game, and or a Spider-Man versus Green Goblin and Venom might just take the cake for me. I would love that. Seriously, like, that's what kid me has always wanted, because I've always liked Miles Morales as a kid. I thought he was great in the comic books. I thought he was great in the really crappy cartoons, which you always watch when you're a kid. And yeah, I just think the game itself is really going to do the character even more justice. I'll tell you now, I think Sony is probably better with Miles Morales than they are Peter Parker. I genuinely think that. Establish how Peter Parker works. I think Sony is probably better off with Miles. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Tom Holland Spider-Man fight alongside Peter Parker one day. I think it'd be awesome. But I think for now, I think it's best that Miles stays in Sony's hands. Yeah. In terms of the actual story, I am adamant, based on the trailer, based on just Miles Morales lore, based on just all these different things. The main villain's going to be Prowler, Aaron Davis, Miles Morales' uncle. I am strongly positive that Aaron will be the main antagonist, which is understandable, but at the same time it's going to be a little bit of a repeat of this game, because with this game it was someone Peter was very close to, kind of looked up to as a father figure, stuff like that, and going to be an ultimate betrayal. He's going to fight him at the end. I'm positive it will be the same thing, but I'm actually quite accepting with Miles Morales, with it happening from Miles as well. I think it's quite appropriate, really, considering this is going to be Miles's first game, really, first proper challenge as Spider-Man. I can't see them doing a significant time jump after the first game. Like, I will be very surprised if the game actually takes place in December 2020, which is kind of like for some reason, I was actually quite surprised. This game actually took place in the game. It took place in October 2018, which is actually just a month after the game was released in September 2018. Yet the story took place in October 2018. I'm quite positive that Miles Morales will probably take place Christmas 2018 or I don't know. I can't see it taking place in 2020. As cool as it would be to kind of continue that trend, I think they are going to let some time pass, but they're not going to let too much time, because they want this game to be Miles' first big challenge as the new Spider-Man, or just a Spider-Man, because I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if Peter Parker dies. If Peter Parker dies, I'm going to be very disappointed and very upset. At least not in this game. If he does die, make it be the last game of the series, like what they did with Arkham. And speaking of Arkham, I do really hope that we get a dual takedown system like we got with the Arkham series once we do get both Spider-Men in action, if they're going to go down that route, of course. We just don't really know how it's going to play out. I hope it plays out really well. I hope we get to see Spider-Man and Miles fighting side by Peter and Miles fighting side by side. That's what I really want. But yeah, I think I'm going to talk about the actual PS5 itself now. So the actual look of the system itself, I think it looks incredible. I'm actually going to be deleting the video I made based on the controller, because I also spoke about the console itself, or a fake design of the console. What I saw was just a fake image, but it was kind of, it looked real in that sense, and I kind of fell for that trick. I genuinely believe that the PS5 itself actually looks really solid. Like, I will admit, I think I prefer the design of the PS4 still, but I do like the way it looks. I think it's very, very, very futuristic, which I think is appropriate considering we've just entered the 2020s. We are moving forward in time, not back. It'll be about midway into the PS5's timeline. The PS5 can take a nostalgia trip and release a 30th anniversary PlayStation thing, much like what the PS4 did in 2014. So in about 4 years, I think we'll be midway into the PS5's lifetime. Yeah, just say lifetime. Or like the next generation will be, you know, when we get a PS6 talk. So I reckon we will get a 30th anniversary PlayStation edition. They could have done something for the 25th anniversary last year, but I think because we kind of knew that we were getting the PS5, I keep calling it PS4, it's PS5. Yeah. But yeah, the system itself looks really good. It looks very sleek, very futuristic. Still not a big fan of the white. I'm not gonna lie. I've always kind of associated PlayStation with either being very grey or black. I don't know why. It's just how I am. I don't mind it. I do like it. I just prefer black. I genuinely do. I think black looks much smarter. It looks much sleeker in black. I don't know why, but I just think that way. It looks really nice though. If there's anything I would say about it, it's probably it looks to be much bigger than the pictures make it out to be. I reckon it will be much bigger than the PS4 Pro, which is for me quite a big console, if I say so myself. I'm very glad that you can actually lay the PS5 down. I was very concerned about that because of my current gaming setup. It could change, I don't know, it could change. I'm not a gamer, so I literally just I just do these on my bed, and that's how I decide to do it. But yeah, I'm very pleased that the PS5 can still be laid down, and also we're getting two versions of the PS5 at launch. We're getting the original disc edition and then the digital edition. I kind of I understand that consoles are very much looking to go digital now, which, you know, I respect that. I'm always gonna be a bit of a hoarder. I love collectors. I love having things for collector's value. I just always have. I always will. And like, I think a digital edition is very. You know, I think it should be cheaper. I think it is very useful because you can save your games, you can save this, that, and the other. Personally, I've just preferred disc, always have. In terms of the right, now this is the bit I kind of wanted to get to, because a lot of my YouTube channel revolves around gaming. I used to be a specifically gaming channel. I still am. Really, I haven't been able to kind of make that leap into doing other things, the things I want to do more than game. However, the PS5 could be, if I don't buy a PS5, it could actually be a good opportunity to branch out and do more than gaming. But in terms of the PS5, I want one, but I have a feeling it's going to be ridiculously expensive. The price will whatever the price is, as long as they justify it with the hardware that's being included, as in the PlayStation camera, the media remote, the charging station. I know these are just accessories you can buy individually, but if there is going to be a bundle where you can purchase most of the items with the PS4 you're looking for, whether it be the digital or the disc, I do think that if the price is going to be around 500, 600, I can understand that. But if with just nothing else, it will be 600, then I can't get it. I'm not going to be asking any of my family to get me one, because I think with everything going on right now, it's just more appropriate to spend money more wisely, rather than on a next-gen console. And also for me personally, the reason why I'm not completely ready to
need to find the people who caused this. Still gotta be nearby.
The reason why I'm not ready to buy one myself is because, one, I don't have the money, and two, two, I will be needing to spend money on more wise things. I'll need to be making more wiser financial decisions soon, because hopefully I'll be able to drive, and I'm sorry, but fuel money is going to be a bit more essential than a PS5, and then a couple games to go with it. And it will be a case of, if I do get one, it will just be a few games I get first. I have mentioned this quite a lot of times, and I do apologize, it's getting annoying, but come September, I will be, for the first time in my life, having a weekly income. For the first time, I'll actually be having an income coming into my name, and that is, I mean, I say weekly. It will mostly be fortnight based. £60 every 2 weeks, or £30 a week, whatever you want to say. That's for my EMA, educational maintenance. I don't know what it stands for. It's just money. Now the thing is, most people I know, when it comes to EMA, they will mostly spend it on whatever they want. They won't actually take it seriously. I will be taking it seriously when I need to, as in possible exams, revision stuff, but anything that car fuel as well, because I'll be learning how to drive this shit, and hopefully I'll pass my test soon. If I'm not driving soon, then I probably will put some money into savings. I probably will start saving some money for a PS5, because I really want one. That's the thing. I really want one. My two best friends want one. I want one. It really is a case of, you know, I haven't been this excited for a games console since I got my PS4 back in 2014. It might be a case if I do something similar where I wait a year after the launch. Thing is, it's really annoying because it's going to be ridiculous in price when I want it, but as soon as Christmas is done, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. And I want to play Miles Morales at Christmas time, because the game is actually going to be taking place at Christmas time. I watched the trailer and noticed Christmas decorations and stuff like that. It's a Christmas game. Like, it's all I want to do. I'm getting so sick of these car chases. It's seriously though, like, I'm very looking forward to the release of the PS5. It might be a case of, if I get it, I'll have to like do a lot of research on how the system's gonna work. Oh, that's annoying. Research how the system's gonna work itself.
Maybe my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5.
Like how the share or the create system's gonna work. I'm not gonna lie. The event itself was awesome. The look itself, the console itself was awesome. But I didn't quite get, other than Spider-Man, I didn't quite get the information I was personally hoping for, which I know that's fine. They just wanted to actually release what the system looks like, and there will be plenty more opportunities to show off what it's going to be like. Personally, I think the actual system itself, I want to know more about the new share system, the create system. I really do want to learn more about that. I think that's going to be my driving force of buying this new console.
New York's noisy, but my mask can zero in on muffled sounds. The kind a tied-up kidnap victim might make.
My concentration, but at the same time.
Possible body heat signature in this area.
So yeah, create, but I did feel pleasantly surprised as to hear that the a lot of the things I want with the games and stuff, they are actually going to play out. The biggest thing I want is blocked issues to be resolved, because there was seriously no need. They did it for Arkham Knight, which I kind of understand, but Ratchet and Clank is their own exclusive, and the PS4 blocked all the cutscenes for Ratchet and Clank, which I think is beyond pathetic, really. I mean, you want to use your exclusives to the best of... You want to use your console exclusives to the best of your ability. Why are you preventing them from recording? I think it's pathetic, really. And it did the same with Arkham Knight, so I hope the PS5 will eradicate that issue, the block scenes. I think it's time that we look past blocking the scenes, and we yeah, I mean, if it's developers' choice, if the game developers are like, right, we don't want this being recorded for free, people making money off it for free, then yeah, like Rocksteady could have easily gone to PlayStation and be like, alright, we're gonna have exclusive stuff, but we don't want the
I can't let him hurt that victim anymore.
we don't want people to be recording the game. I don't know, it could have been the case, I don't know, but I hope to God that PlayStation don't do it with the PS5, because I think it was just... Oh, okay, that's... Oh my God, okay. Wow, I haven't done this for a long time. That was a nasty glitch as well. Yeah.
Oh, what? It's not fun getting beat up?
Wow,
Sit with
okay.
that for a while.
Haven't done that since I played the game. Oh, well, they announced GTA 5 remaster. I'm gonna get the remaster, but if it's over 60 quid, then I'm gonna wait a while, because I'm very happy with GTA 5 on the PS4. I don't think I need a remaster just yet, and to be honest, it's been 5 years now since I played the story, and it will be 6 years by the time the new game, well, the remaster comes out. So it will be time to play. I'm not gonna lie, I think everyone's wanted GTA 6. I don't think they were gonna reveal GTA 6 at a PlayStation event anyway, because Rockstar will always do. I don't think they'll do exclusive console exclusives, just because I don't think they'd make as much money. But yeah, right, we've been going for half an hour now. I think I'm gonna call it a stream there. I kind of gave all of my opinions based on the PS5. Overall, I am in love with it. I think it's truly it's top dog for me. Like, I'm not just being biased over Xbox, or biased because I'm a PlayStation fan. I think the Xbox Series X is going to be awesome as well. But like, yeah, I will get one eventually. Anyway, this is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Tom. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon, and peace out, guys. Bye bye.